All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again to day 10. So we're here, we're in the second week. You see that? We're 10 days in. And I know that everyone is feeling good. This is the weekend. If this is how if you have a rest day weekend, like rest day on Saturday, rest day on Sunday, go ahead and take advantage of that. Drink your fluids, monitor your body, take inventory on everything. See how you could improve, whether that's your reading, for spiritual growth, for mental growth, and physically let your body rest and heal so you can continue to focus on physical growth. And financially, if you have set your budget, look over your budget, make sure it's in line, and make sure it's doable and attainable, and just be patient. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We're here for 365 days, a full year, taking inventory of U Corporation and becoming a better version of ourselves, all right? So, day 10, I will achieve when I do the work. We're sticking with philosophy again. My emotion must be vetted, okay? Spiritual health. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So when you allow your emotions to dictate your actions, it could leave you vulnerable and easily to be manipulated. So be careful of how you allow people to affect you emotionally, and be very careful to not allow your emotion to dictate the words that you speak, okay? Always be wise when it comes to your speech, okay? Mentally, emotions must go to school to find where the values are. I mentioned this yesterday as a quote from Jim Rohn. And you always should put your emotion in school, all right? There's a wonderful book, Emotional IQ. I advise you to look online to see if you can find it, or you could go on YouTube and check out the digital copy and listen to it. It's a very insightful book on how you could increase your emotional IQ so that you can better handle situations, all right? Physically, do the work. I know there's some soreness still there. There's some tiredness still there. There's some mental blocks that are being hard to break down, but do the work. Discipline comes sometime without emotion. So you might be doing the work, just doing the motion without the emotion or without the feeling to want to do it, but you still do it anyway, okay? Stick to your work, stick to your plan. At the end of this year, we all will be happy with the results of the work that we put in, okay? And financial, never buy on impulse, okay? You see something bright and shiny, be careful, step back. Give yourself time. There's a rule, give yourself 3 days. And if in 3 days you still feel the emotion or you still feel the need for it, and you have a need for it, then go about making the purchase wisely, all right? Or plan it out and always set boundaries for your purchases, okay? So let's wrap this up. Always take control of your emotions. Counting the cost beforehand will help you with your discipline. So always count the cost of whatever decision you're going to make, whether it's emotionally influenced. And when I talk about emotionally, there's good emotions. There's love, there's joy, there's peace, there's grace, there's kindness. That's a great emotion. There's anger, there's jealousy, there's malice, there's hatred. That's bad emotions. Be very careful of how you allow certain emotions to be expressed through you from outside influence, okay? The more you read and the more you seek advice through God's word, the better you will become with your emotions. So, seek the Lord through his word, while he may be found, and it will help you to make better decisions, wiser decisions, and help you to make wiser decisions based on the emotion that produces in you the fruit of the spirit, sorry. Be more willing to excuse yourself from toxic environments that acts as triggers towards negative emotion. So if you're around people, places, or things that more so trigger you to have a negative emotional reaction, slowly but definitely remove yourself from those environments, okay? It's better for yourself. Plant yourself in a garden that is in Eden, okay? So always separate yourself from the rest of the pack to make sure that your environment is a positive environment, all right? And last but not least, always take inventory of your emotions and be honest with yourself. Okay? If you do something wrong, you say I do something wrong. If you do something right, you say I do something right. Okay? Always be willing to apologize. Always be willing to take responsibilities, and always be willing to do the work. All right? Have a great one. Have a great weekend. See you tomorrow again as we cover day 11 and continue to rest. If this is your rest day, enjoy it, because come back Monday, be back at it again, baby. All right? Have a good one. God bless. Peace.